Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Raisina Dialogue, India's flagship conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics on Monday. The 10th edition of the Raisina Dialogue will be held from 17th to 19th of March in New Delhi. Prime Minister of New Zealand, Luxon, will join the inaugural session as the chief guest and deliver the keynote address. The 10th Raisina Dialogue will witness participation of representatives from about 125 countries, including ministers, former heads of state and heads of government, military commanders, captains of industry, technology leaders, academics, journalists, among others. Well, over the course, decision makers and thought leaders of the world will engage each other across conversations in various formats over 6 thematic pillars. The theme of the 2025 edition is Kal Chakra, People, Peace and Planet. Over 3,500 participants from about 125 countries will be joining the dialogue in person. And for more, we have Akshay Dongre joining us on this. Well, Akshay, with global leaders gathering in New Delhi for the key geopolitical summit, what all is planned for the 10th edition of the Raisina Dialogue? Akshay, can you hear us? Akshay, am I audible? Akshay, with global leaders gathering in New Delhi for the key geopolitical summit today, what all is planned for the Raisina Dialogue?
Well, this is in fact one of the prime geopolitical events that takes place every year. It's an annual event, and this time around we have the chief guest the Prime Minister of New Zealand, who has arrived in New Delhi, and he will be in fact giving a speech there as well. The keynote address will be by Christopher Luxon, the Prime Minister of New Zealand. He's also bringing a massive delegation, the largest one that has ever been brought by any New Zealand Prime Minister to India, and we can expect all sort of negotiations, discussions as far as India's geopolitics is concerned, and the geopolitical policies that the country has been formulating in recent years. Especially, we have seen the kind of engagements that even Prime Minister Narendra Modi has had as far as the neighboring countries are concerned, along with the key allies that India has amid the rapidly changing geopolitical scenarios. This year's Raisina Dialogue is going to be extremely important event, giving an insight into India's current stance as far as the ongoing issues are concerned, along with the future of geopolitical situation in Southeast Asia and in the Indian Ocean region as well. Now, the arrival of the New Zealand Prime Minister is also important because we have recently seen that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had gone to Mauritius, and that was also keeping in view the maritime security of the Indian Ocean region, keeping in view the freedom of movement and security of the region from all sort of challenges that the world is facing, and New Zealand also becomes the key partner in India's Indian Ocean region as well as Indo-Pacific region outlook. So far, as far as the maritime security concerns issues are concerned, certainly there are going to be talks among all the key allies as far as the Raisina Dialogue goes for the next few days. Now, also talking about the arrival of the New Zealand Prime Minister, he will be in India for 4 days, starting today. He will also be visiting Mumbai, and this is also going to be an extensive visit by the Prime Minister of New Zealand, who is making his maiden trip to India this time after taking office of the Prime Minister of New Zealand as well.
All right, Akshay, thank you so much for all those details.